But when you kind of create that delusion, that image that's not actually lining up with how you really dance, then you notice that your results, the way teachers are responding to you, the parts you get, the programs you get into, aren't lining up with how good you think you are. That hurts. That practically changes your life. Hey dancers, it's Kirsten. Welcome back to Twin Talks Ballet. Today I'm going to talk about why you need to be watching videos of yourself dancing on a regular basis. Seems probably like a different topic, maybe a little weird, but I think you'll be surprised by the reasons and you'll really benefit from putting these tips I have for you into practice, both so that you can gain freedom from fear about what you'll see in the videos, and also so that you can gain the benefit of having more feedback and more insight and more strategies that you can create for yourself to improve your dancing and take it to the next level. So if you'd like that, keep on watching. So first, I want to say that a majority of the dancers that I talk to, and especially the dancers that I work with as a mindset coach who are struggling with a lack of belief in themselves, insecurities, and just doubts that are clouding their minds in the studio, when I'm helping them to get to a place of confidence, sometimes the conversation of watching themselves on video and how they respond to that, how they feel when they see themselves, that comes up. And I want to say it's actually really normal for dancers to have an experience where they watch themselves dancing on a video and they just rip their performance to shreds. They remember feeling good at that time when they were dancing or on stage especially, but how they felt in the moment, how they remember feeling rather, and then what they see and how they feel when they watch the video are two very different things. And that experience can really put dancers off from wanting to ever watch themselves again because they fear that they will hate what they see. Another thing I see is that dancers are not only afraid of themselves hating what they see, but they're afraid of seeing what others probably see and having this guilt and shame and humiliation come over them because they're like, oh my gosh, other people see me dancing like that. And oh, that's so embarrassing. I can't believe I've been dancing like that all along and everyone sees and they're probably judging me. This is so normal, sadly. But I want to share with you that if you go through the process of learning to appreciate, maybe even one day love watching yourself dance, it can be not only so freeing emotionally, it's also incredibly helpful because the fear of watching yourself and not liking what you see actually prevents you from having the opportunity to see yourself dancing as you are. And therefore, dancers can start to actually create this made up image in their head of how they actually dance. And so then when you have that kind of delusion in a way, which I know it's harsh to put it that way, but hey, I've had it too. So absolutely no judgment coming from over here. But when you kind of create that delusion, that image that's not actually lining up with how you really dance, then you notice that your results, the way teachers are responding to you, the parts you get, the programs you get into, aren't lining up with how good you think you are. That hurts. That practically changes your life. If you're unaware of how you're actually dancing because you're afraid to look at it, you can't really move forward in determining the best course of action for what you should be focusing on in technique class, what your goals are within each class. It's so important to set up little micro goals and plans of action for how you will approach class day to day, maybe monthly themes for during the month of January, this is what I want to achieve. And then themes for the year. Sit down and envision, how do you want to be dancing at the end of that semester? How do you want to be dancing at the end of the year? What do you want to be dancing like by the time it's time to audition for companies or something? You can't set realistic goals and plans of action unless you know where you're at right now. And don't you want to be able to be honest with yourself when you do get a letter saying that you haven't gotten into a summer program or you don't get the part at your studio that you want? Don't you want to be honest with yourself and use that as a chance to learn about what you can do better next time rather than huffing and puffing and saying, I'm better than that? And I mean, maybe you are, but maybe you're not, and you don't know because you're not watching yourself. I just wanted to say all this for a second to lay the foundation for why it's so important to be watching yourself. So now that we've set the foundation of why it's so important, which first, let's go through that point of it's so important so that you can gain objectivity about your current level of progress as a dancer. Notice I'm very specific with my language. Your current level of progress. Current, so we're acknowledging that whatever you see in this video, it is only evidence for how you dance right now, not for how you will dance forever. Okay, so be honest about what you're seeing in the video. You're not seeing proof that you will forever be a terrible dancer or that you have always been a terrible dancer. You're probably not even seeing proof that you're a terrible dancer. That's just the label you're slapping onto it. But when you're specific about, hey, this is just a snapshot of me in time right now. And that's really all it is. And then the reason I use the word progress is it's your current snapshot level of progress is you are putting your focus on that belief, that subliminal belief that you are in progress, you are in process, okay? So you are, of course, always growing. Of course, you're always getting better. So my tip for you in this is before you watch the videos, take a moment to just be with yourself. Tell yourself, I accept you as you are right now. I am proud of you as you are right now. Level set expectations that you will see things that you would like to improve. And that's okay. Again, you are looking at your current level of progress. The second thing is remember that you are going to be so much more critical of yourself, most likely than anyone else. So whatever thoughts come up are probably the worst out there. And again, I hope you watched my other video about how to overcome being very critical of yourself. I would highly recommend, if you haven't watched that yet, definitely watch that before you start watching videos of yourself dance. So you ground yourself, you have that expectation, you choose to be gracious and kind to yourself and to embrace whatever you see in the video as this is how you are right now. Choose, maybe for you, it's to be proud of how far you've made it. Choose to maybe take a moment and think, where did I start a year ago? Or where did I start in my training? Did I ever think I was going to make it to this point now? You know, practice some perspective and some gratitude. Hey dancers, I want to just briefly pause today's video to thank the generous sponsor, which is, as usual, balletok.com. I'm so grateful for their ongoing support. Of course, I partner with them on a monthly basis to tell you guys about Zerly Tights, my favorite brand of tights. And I'm so grateful that they support this channel so that I can continue to share these messages with dancers all over the world. And the way that you can support today's generous sponsor is to order Zerly Tights through the balletok.com website. Zerly Tights are, as I've talked about many times, my absolute favorite brand of tights. Very truly, from the black tights in the Z1 model, the Z2 Perform model. You can get them, by the way, with a back seam or no back seam. There are 2 different colors of pink, if I'm not mistaken, and I just love the variety they offer. In addition to the Z3 Repair tights, Z3, yes. These are so cool because they actually have an added amount of compression so that your legs can really rest and recuperate through better blood flow to ease tension, recover faster between workouts while also wearing them with a cute little outfit, like a wintry outfit, you know? I don't know about you, but I like to wear skirts and dresses with black tights underneath and black boots. And these tights are both very cute and very productive and functional because it'll leave your legs feeling so much better and so much more refreshed when you go into the studio the next day. balletok.com also has a tights recycling program where you can get a free shipping label, send away your old ugly tights that you're not going to wear anymore. They'll recycle them, which is so awesome and very, very cool, very unique as well. And then you get a sweet little discount code on your next order of new Zerly tights. Thank you again, balletok.com, for sponsoring this video. Another point is be aware of what standards you are tempted to hold yourself up to when you watch. Is it a standard that you've seen in Point Magazine? From watching YGP videos from the finals in New York City? Where are you getting your standards from after you notice what the standards are? So few dancers are actually aware of the standard that they call good enough. And so then this idea of I'm not good enough just kind of like looms in the back of their head when they've never actually defined what does good enough mean? Where did I get that idea? What is good enough right now? How will I define good enough for myself? So take a moment to become aware of your expectations and change them if it's appropriate. Next, set an intention for what your purpose is for watching the video. I would highly recommend that you choose something like it's a chance to learn, to see yourself as you are right now, and to then engage in being your own teacher. I tell all the students I teach ballet classes to, I am your teacher. I help to facilitate your growth and to guide you towards getting to where you want to go. I help to give you the tools to get to where you want to go. But I want to know that you have two teachers in here, and one of them is you. So I'm here to help you, but also you can be your own best teacher by watching videos of yourself, giving yourself feedback, by choosing your goals for each class. Don't wait for me to tell you something. You have a mirror to give yourself feedback. Don't wait for me to tell you something. So you can take this as an opportunity to be your own best teacher, to figure out what goals you want to set, how you want to grow. You can also take this as an opportunity to challenge that intense fear you might have around seeing your dancing and accepting it. Just like I've talked about in this really vulnerable video I made, I think over a year ago, where I talked about my experience gaining weight as a dancer after I stopped dancing professionally. I didn't gain very much, but it was hard for me because I didn't recognize how much I placed my value and my identity in what my body looked like. So I made this video about what that was like for me. And what I shared in the video is each time I ate a meal for a while after I stopped dancing, I knew what kind of challenge I was engaging with. I knew what thoughts and desires, unhealthy desires I was up against to maintain this look that I had when I was dancing all these hours a day. And so what I did is I engaged with every meal as an opportunity to change the meaning of fullness. I would say, this fullness is healing. I am healing. I'm nourishing myself. So by switching the meaning of the discomfort I was feeling and making it productive, I was able to cope with a lot of the negative thoughts that were coming up in my head and the negative emotions that were coming up. So with you, as you watch yourself dancing, maybe what you can do for yourself is to say, it's normal that I'm going to be uncomfortable, and maybe I'm going to be super tempted to be so mean to myself about what I see. But this is an opportunity for me to face the fear of what I'll see and to look at what I see and to embrace that so that I don't have to live with that fear looming in my head of like, what do people see? Oh my gosh, when they watch me dance, is it actually terrible? Instead of being scared of a mystery, you clear the mystery, look at yourself as you are, and then when you are engaging with what actually is, you can do something about that. Don't let theoreticals hold you back in life. I mean, heck, you can even think of this experience as therapy before you move on to thinking of it as a learning opportunity. So to recap, you have grounded yourself prior to watching. You have already made space for that discomfort. You've normalized that critical thoughts might come up. You've normalized that you will see things that you wish weren't there. You've normalized that and grounded yourself. And secondly, you have chosen an intention or a purpose behind why you're watching this video. Third, I'll say you have not only decided on a purpose, but you are holding on to an empowering thought. Maybe it's like I shared, this is an opportunity for you to heal. This is maybe an opportunity for you to be proud of yourself. So the thought you hold on to is, I'm proud of myself no matter what. Maybe I'm not proud of myself for my technique, but I'm proud of my progress. I'm proud of myself for watching this video and refusing to walk away with self-hatred. So take charge of what that inner dialogue is. And then lastly, use this as an opportunity to get objective about your current level of progress as a dancer, so then you can use it to choose what your goals are, what your next action steps are in class, what your intentions will be in your training, so that you can really work with yourself, train yourself to get to where you want to go, instead of relying on a teacher's praise of you to make you feel good, or a teacher's comments to help you to figure out what you are going to work on. So I just want to leave you with an encouragement that I'm so excited for you, that as you engage with the often uncomfortable process of watching yourself in videos, maybe even starting to film yourself practicing so you can give yourself feedback, by doing this, you are becoming your own teacher and advocate. You're taking control and taking charge and ownership over your own progress, your own training, your own mental space. And that's amazing. You're not choosing to be a victim to the fear of what you'll see in the video, which is an idea It's something that is made up. It's not tangible. Instead of being a victim to that, you're freeing yourself to learn. You're freeing yourself from that fear. Maybe you're not right now freeing yourself from discomfort, but you're gaining so much more. You're gaining objectivity so that whenever you get casting comes out or you get acceptance letters or no's from different programs that you're auditioning for, you're able to be objective about your current skill level, not down on yourself, just objective, and to weigh what you see in your own dancing compared to your results, and then to see how you can get better results instead of wondering, what did they see in me? What didn't they like? You know, when you're watching yourself dancing, you're probably going to have a much clearer idea of, okay, well, here's what they saw. I can understand that maybe I need to work on my placement. All right, cool. So then you're objective, you're resourceful, and you're using all this feedback as an opportunity to learn. So dancers, all of this will make you better. Dive into the discomfort. The discomfort doesn't mean it's bad. So I hope this video really, really encourages you and that you get a tremendous benefit from engaging with this discomfort, starting to film yourself and watching yourself dance and celebrating what you see and choosing your path forward. I'm so excited for you. So dancers, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who can help hold you accountable and maybe be your little accountability buddy in doing this, watching yourself dance. Heck, maybe you can even watch videos of yourself with a friend and say, here are all the things that I wanted to tear myself apart for. What did you see? Chances are they're actually going to see something nice. They're going to be like, maybe it'll come in the form of self-deprecation. Oh, are you kidding me? Your pirouettes were way better than me. In which case, use that opportunity to encourage them back. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure you're subscribed to catch new videos from me every single week on how to flourish as a dancer. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.